I'm out on a walk. Just wanted to give this little intro. This is episode 1, the pilot of Into the Lion's Den. I'm going to be talking to people from all different faiths, some quite anti-Christian, and sometimes I'll be the only Catholic there, sometimes not. But yeah, hope you like it. I just edited this, and yeah, please leave comments. Let me know if there's any creator you want me to talk to. God bless.
Tell me what to do or I'm removing you from this live. This is my live. I can speak however I want to speak.
Okay,
We're not
I'll speak
going.
however I want to speak.
Okay, goodbye. You're done.
No, I'm not done.
Yeah, you're done. We're not doing that. Let's see. Mute. And then block. Okay. So, here is what we're talking about on here, because this is a very serious thing. When you conflate any kind of demonic, devilish imagery with a cause as sensitive as abortion, it is going to cause immense issues, okay? And I feel like this should be obvious, but for some reason it's not. Why is it that people run out there with their little flags and, whatever, and I get that they have good intentions. I understand that. But you have to be practical and understand that this is going to f it up for people. Okay? Okay. With that said, I'm bringing...
Yo.
Yes, your Lord.
Can you hear
Welcome on. How are you?
How are you, sir?
I'm a little worked up, to be honest.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
I'm doing good.
So this is something we said in private. The best case scenario, the worst case scenario out of all of this, is that it'll get a minimal Fox News segment. No one is going to choose a TST clinic over Planned Parenthood, I don't believe. More often than not. I'll say more often than not. No one's going to choose TST over Planned Parenthood. And if for some reason they take everything to the Supreme Court, that'll cost millions of dollars that they probably don't have.
I think I'm trying to think. Andrew Callaghan, I believe is his name. He used to be no, he's with Channel 5 News now. He did a interview with a girl that was a Satanist that got help from a I don't know what if it was the TST or what specific one, but she got help from them for an abortion, I believe. But that's a good video you might want to check out if any of you guys are interested in a little bit of his stuff. It's pretty serious, but it's still fun to watch.
I mean, this whole situation is when it comes down to it, this is not what Satanism is about. It never has been. There has never been any kind of abortion involved in Satanism. And, it's self-defeating because they're shooting themselves in the foot at the end of the day.
Yep.
That's their favorite activity.
They are shooting themselves in the foot. That's true. Yep.
And and little QB, if I'm not mistaken, you're a Christian, right?
Yeah, I'm a Catholic. Real quick, I just want to say your voice. I actually really like your voice.
Oh, why? Thank you. Yeah, I mean, and I'm not here to debate religion this evening because that's not what's important right now. But what do you think about this whole thing? Like, what is your opinion on this?
Well, see, from my, excuse me, from my faith, I also have a stone in my neck, so my voice might be a little off. But from my perspective, we believe that abortion is murder because God's creatures are beautiful, even to the spark, is what the Bible says. So even though the TST doesn't actually believe in Satan, by using his name, they're unknowingly worshiping him. So they are accidentally shooting themselves in the foot by raising awareness to more people who are, not Satanists, like you said, not in the know. They're going to see this and it's going to demonize it on accident when they're trying to help. So I believe that they're shooting their cause, they're shooting their own cause in the foot, like you said, but I disagree with the cause in the first place. So I think that's why they're accidentally shooting themselves in the foot. That's pretty much I don't really know how I could say it. I guess that would be revenge from God for trying to get children sacrificed to Satan, which is what we believe abortion is literally children being sacrificed to a demon. So yeah,
Okay, but like,
that's my
with
opinion.
all that aside, like, do you see how, like, as a political cause,
Okay,
like, doing
politically.
something like this is incredibly stupid?
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially since they know that they're using the satanic imagery pretty much just out of contrarianism, to go against Christians because they know how much it irks some Christian people. So I think because of that, they should realize that with the sensitivity of abortion, especially once again involving Christians believing that a baby is a baby from the moment of conception, I think yeah, it should be pretty obvious to them that it's hurting their cause. They should just let Planned Parenthood stick to it. I mean, Biden's literally a practicing Catholic, and he's all over Planned Parenthood's website. So, you know what I mean? If they were actually being smart, they would to get their cause right. They wouldn't care what the avenue would be. They would just want the most people to get help, right? So. That's what I think.
It's amazing to me that I'm sitting here having a conversation with a Christian, and the Christian understands why this is so stupid. Like, I'm amazed.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's why I requested because I'm like, I actually feel like we might actually agree here, even though like we might be agreeing for it in different ways and totally different beliefs. I feel like I was like, yeah, I'm actually gonna pretty much side with you.
That's hilarious to me.
Yeah.
It's not often that I agree with Christians, and not to be like purposefully contrarian, like you said.
Right.
It's amazing because when you look at this situation, it's just amazing to me. It's amazing that we're at this point where people are so stupid that they think that slapping a devil on anything is going to get anything done. I mean, I don't know where they've been for the past 2,000 years, but it's never worked before, and it's not going to start working now.
Where did they set up the clinic at? Or had they actually set it up yet?
It's in New Mexico.
Okay. Is it operational or it's in progress?
Apparently, it just went up today. They just started doing it today.
Huh.
And the stupid part of that is abortion is legal in New Mexico.
Wow.
So it's completely pointless.
Wow, I didn't even know that. Wow. I'm sending a gift for that one.
It's amazing. It's amazing. And QB also, like, I mean, do you know about the Satanic Panic?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I actually used to study the occult. My conversion was a big deal in my life. I was heavily involved in wanting to learn about all different religions. Buddhism I got into a little bit. Kind of just wanted to learn about the chakras and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm familiar with the Satanic Panic. Black Sabbath's my favorite band, believe it or not.
That's great. That's great. So, I mean, we're probably about to be in one of those. Like, I have no doubt that this is going to trigger a lot of Christian fundamentalists that have no idea what Satanism is, what it represents. I'm sure it's going to cause them to come out of the works and think that we're all devil worshippers, and I mean, I understand that you have the opinion that we are worshiping the devil unwillingly.
Well, no, here's the difference. No, some are actually devil worshippers, knowingly performing rituals, black masses, that type of stuff. But I'm just saying that, like, TST is pretty much, they think they're LARPing because Satan's not real, but Satan actually is real, so they're unknowingly worshiping him. But it's not the same as knowingly doing rituals like conjuring evil spirits. You know what I'm saying? So
whoa! That there is Satanic Panic talk.
Wait, who said that? Is that Witch or?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, I didn't know you were here. You didn't introduce yourself.
Well, I just popped in.
Oh, well, you should introduce yourself before you,
Well, when I hear something like that,
okay. Well, I'm sorry, I didn't even.
That upsets me, because as a practicing witch,
Okay, would you like
that
me
is
to
very
read?
derogatory toward me.
All right, 1 second. Deuteronomy 18 verses 10 to 11.
Don't quote me scripture. I know the Bible forward and backwards.
No, you
Do
don't.
not even try it with
Only
me.
God does. Only God knows it forward and backwards. Well, tell me
No,
what it
I
is
know
then.
that I have read the Bible many times forward and backwards. Do not start with me.
Pause. Okay, let's not debate about like the ideals of religion from any side.
Sorry,
That's
they just
not the
came
point
at
of
me.
this.
Sorry. Gotta defend myself.
We're just going to talk about the issue at hand and about how TST...
I came up here to talk about the TST and this thing going on.
And immediately
Yes.
attacked me.
Okay.
So my problem is that this is going to divide the pagans, Satanists. It's going to divide all of us down the center. And it's going to make it easier for them to get their numbers back up because it's going to divide it. And we're going to end up in a religious war is what's going to happen.
And the election's coming up, 2024. Can Trump do it? How will that affect it?
I don't give a shit about the elections. I think they're all trash.
Well, I mean that's
What I
involved
care
in this.
about
It's
is the
lawmaking.
fact that this could cause a religious war. That people that it's going to cause another satanic panic that's going to cause people en masse to think that these things are evil, that Satanists are evil, that witches are evil, that pagans are evil, and they're going to start trying to unalive us again.
I don't see. The thing is, you're protected under the law. I don't think it really could get that bad. And satanic panic.
Really? You don't think it can get that bad?
There was no
My people have seen it get that bad.
During the satanic panic, there was no like outright.
I'm not talking about satanic panic.
Well, you just mentioned satanic panic a minute ago. So.
Yes, but I said my people. Specifically the Celtic people.
Okay, I'm
actually unalived by the Catholic Church.
I'm Polish.
En masse.
I'm Polish. My grandparents survived Hitler and occupied Poland, and they were Catholic. So, and then they moved to the U.S. So my grandparents were slaves to Hitler. So I definitely understand persecution.
Do you?
Yes.
And look, I'm not saying that that's not persecution.
Yeah, they were literally slaves to Hitler.
The Catholics committed genocide.
They had boiling water splashed on them
of the Celts.
Hey, everybody, hold on. Pause.
Slow down.
Let's watch how we're phrasing things because I don't want to get in trouble with the clock.
Okay,
and that's what I'm afraid is going to happen again. They're going to start targeting people who just do not believe like them.
I think that's
it's not going to be just the TST they're going after. It's going to be the COS. It's going to be the atheists. It's going to be the Norse pagan, the Celtic pagans, the Hellenetic pagans. That's what I'm afraid of.
Well, and I mean, as much as we like to think that it's not going to do that, I mean, it is at the end of the day because most Christians do not see a difference between these things. They don't.
That's the issue I have.
I see a difference.
Yeah, and I mean, while we as Satanists might, perceive ourselves to be different, and I would agree that yes, we are. In their eyes, we're not. And that's where the self-preservation comes in because this is why it's important to be talking about this and making it known that what these people are doing is not Satanism. And it's not even religion. It is political activism that has gone horribly wrong.
I think that's a good point. I'd agree with that.
I think that what's going on though is that I think we're being a little reactionary at this juncture because they've opened up a clinic in a state where it's legal. There's no legal challenge for that. Yes, it's a stupid.
It's already hit Fox News.
No
Agree.
way.
Well, it'll hit Fox News. I did say
It already has.
Fox News second.
As of the 1st of February, it already hit.
Why should I finish the sentence? But it was.
Silence. Silence is golden.
Yes, I was gonna say that.
Yeah, The Outsiders. Great movie, stay gold.
No, I do get the whole, like, I do understand that it's reactionary, yes. And to be perfectly fair, I'm going to be honest. I haven't slept in over 24 hours, and I am hyped up on espresso, on my ADHD medication, on a steroid, and antibiotics. And my heart is probably about to give out because I am just very... It's been a day. Okay, it's been a day. And then I get on here to have a good time, and all I see is at every turn. And I know that in just a couple days, I'm going to be doing a live, or I'm going to put out a video, or I'm going to do something. And what am I going to get? I'm going to get talk of a satanic sacrament in the comments. I'm going to have someone join my live and ask why I am out there, pushing for satanic abortion. And it pisses me off because
I feel like I'm gonna be here for that moment. I feel like I'm gonna be here to see it and see. I'll feel bad for your frustration. I will. I really will.
We already get the conspiracy theorists that think we're part of some kind of global cabal anyway.
Oh yeah,
and you'll never change you'll never change or influence those people.
Now? Wait.
And I think they'll just glom onto that, and that'll probably be
Vapor?
the bulk of it. I don't think that there's going to be murder in the streets or a mutant registration act or anything like that. I think we'll be okay. I think we'll weather this.
This is like the first panel I ever joined, by the way. So.
Do what?
This is the first panel I ever joined. That's my first time.
I love that a Catholic just joined in on a satanic panel. That's fantastic.
Yeah, dude, Jesus ate with the sinners, dude. Mary Magdalene was the first person the risen Christ was revealed to, and she had 7 demons in her when he met her, so.
You know what, QB? I have a house rule, that as long as there is courtesy, decorum, and respect, that is what will be given and that is what will be received.
Amen. This is
true. So.
Appreciate that, yeah.
And also, I really hate that they put me on a break right now, and that I'm sitting out here and I have got to so bad, but I can't because I'm on this stupid live. I'm losing it.
Just mute your mic.
Yeah.
I don't think I can when I'm hosting.
Well, get away from your mic.
Yeah. I tried to find out when I host and I couldn't mute myself.
Personally, I think it's a wise decision to be speaking out about this and letting people know what's going on and trying to get at least a little bit in front of it to, kind of have at least a tiny bit of damage control because, it's...
Proactivity is always better than being reactionary. That's why the white always has the advantage in chess. Whoever makes the first move has the advantage.
Interesting take. I would agree with that.
Yes.
Any other thoughts?
Just thoughts that people that are non-Christian and
I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, it's my mic. Yeah, I agree with, these are my thoughts that we should stay connected and not be apart when we're going through these attacks kind of thing like that.
Isolation always leads to festering, and festering bubbles up into a huge problem. That's why we want everyone to speak their minds freely in public so that bad ideas can reveal themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Freedom of speech.
Yeah.
That's why it's important all the way around. Even when it's stupid. That's the thing that, I'm seeing a lot of right now, is that there's a lot of, wanting to, silence whatever. And don't get it twisted. I might be fully against this whole that's going on right now. Is I do not want the government to be stepping in here and telling them that they can't do this or whatever because, that's a problem in itself. So, I guess you could call me a free speech absolutist. I know a lot of people don't like that,
Nice.
but at the end of the day, that is what secures the right to be able to say anything at all. Is that anybody can say anything. Sometimes it doesn't turn out well, but at the end of the day, there's much more good in being able to speak at all than being limited and censored.
Yep.
There are consequences to free speech,
I agree.
There are. And see, that's the problem. It's the paradox that a tolerant society cannot be tolerant of intolerance.
Oh,
And
I got a quote from Ozzy. Without the righteous, the wicked would never be I gotta look it up. Let me look it up. Sorry, be right back. Go ahead. Continue, my bad.
Snerd, what did you have more to add on to that?
I'd probably better not.
I mean, I want to hear it. If you know.
No, because I mean, if you have an offensive idea, say you don't like a particular group, keep that to yourself. No one will ever know how stupid you are. But if you go and reveal it, people are going to want to distance themselves from you, and you'll get fired from a job, and you'll lose your livelihood, and all of that.
A wise man can act a fool, but a fool cannot act a wise man. That's a Muhammad Ali quote. I think he was quoting the Bible, but I'm not sure. But Muhammad Ali quote.
But yes, Snerd, I do agree. I do agree on that.
So there are consequences to free speech.
I got the quote.
It's not just societal impacts either. I mean, if you go say certain things on the internet, yes, that's out in the public, that is expressing an idea, but that can get you banned from certain groups or things of that nature.
Well, and that comes into like social accountability, and it kind of goes into like the cancel culture phenomenon that people are getting canceled for whatever.
Oh, right. Yep.
And I'm gonna be honest on that front. I do think a lot of cancel culture is stupid. I do think a lot of it is pointless. I don't think it achieves very much when you silence people and or it's not even silencing them. It's just
some of it can be, but then some of it's perfectly valid. Like, I'm glad to know Kanye West is a piece of I kind of called that one early. So.
Oh, yeah. So that's an example of where it's like, justified because, going out there and supporting neo movements is probably not a good idea, and you're probably not going to get social credit.
Guys and gals and everyone else, can we get a quick quote from Ozzy? I think everyone will appreciate this. This is from the Prince of Darkness, Ozzy Osbourne. Once again, I'm Catholic, telling you that I love Ozzy. He's my favorite artist. I love Black Sabbath. Here we go. Without the righteous, without the faithful, we would never accept the obscene. A false confession, a priest's obsession, gives the demon a light to be seen. That's the one from Ozzy, Civilize the Universe. All right, guys.
Cool.
Ozzy is the one. Ozzy is the one.
I'm gonna hop off, guys. Okay?
Have a good night.
Have a good night.
I keep doing that. All right. Have a good night.
Have a good night. But yeah, I mean, and in that sense, there is a practical understanding of what is like. You have to be fully aware. Here's where the satanic aspect of that comes in, right? As a Satanist, or I'm not even going to say Satanist, as a person that is self-aware, that has an understanding of what's going to go over, you have to be willing to accept the consequences of what you say and do in the world.
Yeah.
And you have to realize that people are not going to like it, and they're not going to agree with it.
Yep.
And that's okay, and they don't have to.
Not only is that okay, it should be expected. That's what we're taught in Christianity, is that since the world hated Christ, they're going to hate you too. It should actually be expected. You should look for it and be ready, be diligent, and be prepared, whatever your perspective is.
I find it interesting that, you say that comes from a Christian standpoint, and I'm not denying that at all. And it's also a satanic standpoint because, we have a whole idea of social interaction and how this works. And if you go into something thinking that, my viewpoint is the only one that's valid, my viewpoint is the only one that is
You're missing out.
acceptable, that's solipsism, which is a whole,
Ooh,
one of our
solipsism.
stands.
Oh, I used to believe in that back after a real bad trip. Oh, man.
I just came up to say something. I'm not comfortable with the fact that you have to pee.
You know what, Nora? I'm going to be honest, I'm not either.
Okay, go pee. We'll hold it down for you. Having a bloated bladder is just never a good thing.
Yeah, I think my aunt got like
The serious
bubbles.
business.
Like something bad happened. She had to have surgery from holding her bladder too long. It like burst. No way, Little Angel's here. Little Angel's one of my friends. That's cool.
We'll sit up here and we'll make ladder jokes while you go pee.
Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do.
The bladder is the body's whoopee cushion.
I'm going to run
I
inside.
tried my best.
I'm gonna put y'all on the desk. Y'all are gonna sit there. Y'all are gonna be very good and well behaved. Okay? And my mods should be in here. Nora, I think you're a mod.
Am I? Okay, well, I'll behave. I'll be careful not to use keywords.
Okay.
I might talk about Varm Plata, but other than that...
You know what?
I was here for the
fine.
Varm Plata stream.
This is why I need you to go pee. Because Varm Plata, it's just against Varm Plata.
I couldn't even find it on Google.
You're spreading the Varm Plata gospel. Go.
There you go. That's what I'm doing.
Alright. I can't hear you at this point because I've turned the volume down, but I'm going to put y'all on the desk. Y'all are going to have fun. I'll be back. Okay?
Okay.
Alright,
So anyways...
What if it's like that scene in The Naked Gun where he forgets his mic is on and we just hear him pee the entire time?
Oh, Snurd, you make me laugh. You're so funny. So this is an interesting. Let's see, we have a Catholic up here. That's nice.
I want to be like Stephen when they said his face looked like an angel. I want you to. That's the impression I want you to get right now, as the court was looking down on him, ready to stone him, and he was just like, "What'd I do?" That's me right now. That's not. But everybody's nice to me, so it's okay.
If you stone me, I'll just end up collecting all those stones because I like to collect stones. I don't stone people. I don't have a problem with different religions. Just when they step on my toes, and then I just get quiet. I do have. It was kind of hard sitting through church services after being assaulted, though. But we won't go into that.
Yeah, I can't even imagine. Some healed trauma is really.
A lot of evil stuff goes on.
That is true.
But
Jesus talked
I don't try to mess with other people's spiritual paths. So.
So
as long as they don't affect mine, I don't care.
Right. That's how I feel.
Oh, okay.
That happened years ago. It's a new dawn. It's a new day.
There we go. I like that attitude. Like, we shouldn't think of ourselves as survivors of something for our whole lives.
That's not my identity.
Right.
My identity is who I am today.
Yep.
Which is like lots of red flags, but we won't talk about that either. I have a lot of red flags. I want to make a religion about that. Women with red flags. Anyone want to join?
Just join the Church of Fuckery.
There's no work involved whatsoever. You just have to be extremely dysfunctional. Texas Christ.
That sounds like a lot of work.
It's no work. Just the consequences. Those are kind of problematic. But
yeah.
I'm kind of a creature of habit.
I think we all are.
I get used to certain things and then it changes, and I don't like that.
The flesh is habitual.
Okay, I'm back. Almost.
We talked about a little bit.
You know we heard you flush. You left your mic on the entire time.
Do you feel relieved now? Do you feel like the Varm Plata has been restored?
I feel like there is balance in the force.
Okay.
We're gonna be okay.
I'm glad I spoke up.
What did you say, Snurd?
I probably shouldn't repeat that.
He said he heard you fart.
Well, not that one.
Guys, if you're
We really
watching, like
didn't
the
hear
stream.
you
We gotta
fart.
get to 5K likes. Come on, boost the stream up. Let's go.
Well, I would be concerned because y'all weren't in the same room with me, so...
I was astral traveling. I wanted to see what was going on. I astral traveled and watched what you were doing.
I believe magic.
We did a remote view. Yes, you need to trim again.
Even though you guys don't believe in that, but that's okay.
It's not a lie, though.
Snurd is secretly astral traveling and watching you eat.
Do you know
like
what?
he has Bob Ross in the figure 4 leg lock and he hasn't tapped yet.
Bob Ross. Did you guys see that video of Bob Ross's paintings where they put them all together as like one frame and turned it into a video, and it was like a moving landscape? Oh, it was so cool. They put like 10,000 of these paintings together.
Love Bob Ross.
Oh, he's an icon.
I love him.
He was
Ever
like
since
a
I was a
drill
kid.
sergeant before he.
It's like watching him, you just like zone.
It's meditation.
I don't like the hairdo though. I could do without the hairdo, but it just wouldn't be Bob Ross without the clown hair. But you know, we won't go into
You know what? Also, it's funny to me because like literally when I practiced like traditional style witchcraft, when I still believed in all that, like I tried astral travel like a fuck ton. I mean, like literally, like that was like what I was trying to do the whole time. That was like my end goal, basically. And
how'd that work out for you?
Well, it didn't. So now we're here.
Well, I have a question about that, and then we can drop that whole subject.
Yeah,
but are you able to totally empty your mind and sit in a room and not think about anything for at least 5 minutes?
Probably now, because I'm on medication for ADHD.
Yeah, because you have to be able to go. You have to be able to go blank first.
Yeah,
there's a process.
I'd be interested to, like, I'm not discounting that people have these experiences, and I would be interested to try.
What happened? Where'd he go? I'm
Sorry.
scared.
My told me that it was dying, so I gotta plug it up. But I would be interested to try it again and see like what comes out of it now. I mean, obviously, like I don't believe in a spiritual sense, but I think it would be an interesting mental exercise.
Ozzy has a song about astral
Yeah,
projection.
because it can be symbolic even if you don't actually go anywhere. It can just be symbolic. Like sometimes when you do past life regressions, even if there is no such thing as symbology, it's kind of telling about what's going on in your psyche.
Well, with the astral projections, I always do, the way I do it is kind of more like a self-hypnosis.
Yeah.
So making all your body, the limbs heavy and doing it in increments until everything is just so heavy that you can't move, and go into a self-hypnosis, and then you can project out. But you have to get in that self-hypnosis state first.
See, that's the method that I would use, and I would put on like the what is it called? Like the shamanic drumming.
Mm-hmm.
And I would try that. But there's a place that opened nearby recently. It's like a it's kind of like a spa thing, but they've got a sensory deprivation chamber. And I really want to try that because I feel like that would be like super cool.
That might help with an astral projection too.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to, for some people, it just depends on how your mind is. Some people have to do shrooms or peyote or something like that.
I have had trouble over the past couple of years though. I don't know what happened, but I used to be able to do projections easily. And now, for some reason, I find it almost impossible. I can't do it for very long. So I don't know what has changed. I probably need to get somebody to do a cleansing for me.
It's universal stress the past 3 years. I haven't done very much of anything since the pandemic.
I really need a cleansing.
I literally,
Yeah.
that's why I actually turned to God. Is I had agoraphobia, germophobia, anxiety, depression, fear of death. All those things led me to the Bible, which then led me to God. So I feel
That's cool. That's good that that works for you. I'm not against that. I mean, I'm not
stronger.
into Christianity, but I don't have a problem with it. Only when someone pushes it on me, then I just get quiet. But it's whatever works for you, I feel. Has no bearing on me. Like,
Has no
has nothing to. I usually just mind my own business. Because at the end of the day, what do we really know? All of us could just all be full of crap. Somebody could be right. Who knows?
Well, you know what? It's in what we don't know. It's
Right.
the farm plata.
It is the farm plata.
He who
You know, if
humbles
people just
himself.
knew more about farm plata, I'm telling you, man. I think you're onto something.
Oh yeah.
Oh, all about that. What is that? What was that?
Sound like a cat.
That's the farm plata. She's screaming, running around.
Oh my god. I'm so excited. Next month I start getting allergy shots and I can finally have cats again.
Meow meows.
Meow meows. I need my little guardians. They're little guardians.
I had a cat named Gypsy.
Aw, how cute. That's a nice name. My cat's name, my favorite cat that I had was Marlin.
My ex kept her. Whoa.
He was cool. Oh, that's a beautiful cat. Is that like a Norwegian or Siberian?
He's a pickle. That's what he
is.
Cat.
You can get allergy shots for that. He's cute.
This is also him.
Whoa.
Oh, I love when their eyes do that. Oh my god. I'm in love.
He's so cute.
He's adorable. Another cat that I want to get too maybe is like a Maine Coon. I think they look so cool.
My last cat was a Maine Coon. Her name was Buka, and she was... I don't know. I loved her with all my heart, but unfortunately she passed away, and I was heartbroken. So.
I just want to chime in for that. I know, like, you're not a Christian, but Pope Francis did say that all creatures can go to heaven. So, in my faith, animals can go to heaven and have eternal paradise. So, I just want to tell you that.
Okay.
Well, you know what? Okay. It might not be, like, rational. It might not be, like, very atheistic of me, but I believe in cat heaven. I think they go to cat heaven. And I really don't give a anybody has to say about that.
They're guardians. I feel like cats are your guardians. They guard you from, like, negative energy and...
give my cat a hard time because my cat kept on going after the fae that were in my house. And I had to keep telling him to leave my fae alone.
They go to the farm.
My cat that I had back when I was a kid was like super, I don't know, just like in touch. Like this cat was a human being in a cat body. Like that's what I'm convinced of. And literally my mom started dating these guys and like they were just, oh god, they were terrible. And anytime the cat would like get to know somebody, quote unquote, it would like attack. Like she was vicious and she'd just come out of nowhere and attack. And it always turned out that every single one of them that she attacked, they turned out to be really shitty people.
Yeah.
So
you know what's interesting? My cat Polly that I had, she knew I was pregnant and she would lay on my stomach and do biscuits on my stomach.
Aww.
And that's how I knew I was pregnant. And then I went and got a pregnancy test. I'm like, son of a...
Janelle, the fae aren't always bad, so they're good to have around. You just got to make sure you don't disrespect them and piss them off.
I don't think anyone here is faking what they believe. I think everyone here like truly actually believes what they believe. However, I think only one of us is right, but one of us is at least right. Either one of them's right or none of them are right. That's what I believe.
Well, I appreciate you conceding the fact that I'm right.
Yeah.
I knew something like that was coming.
Right? What's it like? I want to know what that's like to be right.
Well, I believe
it's
in
lonely
magic
at the
and
top.
that has power.
I know, right? I don't really care about all that. I just know what brings me peace. But I respect other people's. Like, my house is an interesting home. We have a mixture of religions in our home. It's funny.
My girlfriend's Christian and I'm Celtic pagan.
Yeah. It's kind of an interesting household I have here. But we all just respect each other and leave each other to do whatever. I just think it's a personal choice. If you don't believe in something, you just don't believe. Or if you do believe, then you believe, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, and you know, it's
I don't care really.
Hey, Scoticus.
I'm kind of like self-centered in that way that I really don't care what other people believe.
It's interesting though because like they say
I appreciate
it's always like put out that like you can make a choice to believe, but like honestly, I don't think I could believe in God even if I wanted to. Like truthfully, I don't think, because I have tried. Like I have legitimately tried to like look at it from the other side in like a complete total way, and it doesn't work. Like I literally cannot get my brain to perceive it in that way.
Until I was 27, I never believed in God. I like had 95% doubt, so I totally understand that perspective. So just so you know, like you see how hardcore of a flip I made, so we do change.
I basically feel like it just doesn't have anything to do with me, and I just like how someone else believes, because I think everybody has a path they need to go on, and whatever that path is, you'll be led to where you need to go, or your mind will lead you, or whatever. It's just a personal choice, and if you don't believe, you can't fake it, because that's not very spiritual either. Like, you just gotta do what feels right to you. And I don't like to influence anybody. That's why I don't talk too much about my beliefs all that much.
Well, and I think we can all in here agree that, like, at the end of the day, like, belief and, religion and all of these things are very, very subjective to each person. Like, you have to, you're going to follow your path, and that's going to be that. And you can't force that on anybody, and you can't, like, it does no good to pressure people. I mean, it doesn't convince people. It doesn't help your cause. It doesn't further your goals. I mean, the best thing to do is to just pursue what you want to pursue, and that's it. And if you want to share with somebody, share with them.
No wisdom.
I just have a problem with indoctrination, because I feel like it's manipulative, and I don't like being manipulated, and I don't feel that you have to be able to connect with whatever that is. So if you connect with, yourself as a higher power, well, we all have a higher self, whether or not you're Christian or not.
Well, you gotta be honest. Nobody can prove God's.
I believe in the Big Bang.
It's all anecdotal.
Evolution.
Yeah.
And you gotta believe. You're gonna believe what you're gonna believe.
Right.
And nothing's gonna change that.
Does anybody know who discovered the Big Bang? Fun fact.
Yes, we all know.
Do you? It was a Catholic priest. So
yes.
I believe that God revealed to a Catholic priest that that's how the universe was created. So I believe in evolution and the Big Bang. So we're not anti-science Catholics.
And you know what? I'll give credit on that, because I find a lot of times an argument...
Stephen Hawking.
Like, I don't understand why people always assume that theists are automatically, like, Bible literalists.
It has to be metaphorical, or you wouldn't understand certain parts of it. So it doesn't make any sense that they're saying it has to be all literal. And also... Yeah, I mean, like, it's also, like, why can't there be a God guiding evolution? Exactly.
Like... why can't there be a God making the Big Bang happen? Like, these things don't necessarily prove one or the other. I mean, clearly. But,
Jesus specifically said in Matthew that at the end of time, the days will be shortened. So, I mean, why couldn't the days be lengthened at the beginning of time? I mean, it's literally in other parts of the Bible, so...
Well, the universe could just exist forever. It's always existed, always will. It just... contraction, it shrinks and it expands. It shrinks and expands.
I believe there is something that lasts, Alpha and Omega, always was and always will be, but I just think that is God. So, I mean, you think you do believe in an eternal truth in regard to something, but it's just the universe instead of.
I think
mine's
space
God.
is bent. That was random. Sorry.
It is bent. Yeah, no, it is bent.
That's where my mind is right now. Sorry.
I more follow a multiverse.
Yeah.
I had experiences that made me believe in the multiverse before. When I like crashed my bike down a huge hill and got just barely scraped, I was like, I wonder if I jumped into the universe that I got least injured in. That's what I thought at the time.
Multiverse is a theory in science, or a hypothesis in science that explains that like black holes, if black holes can come out into a white hole and create or go into another universe. The universe don't necessarily, it's not based on our choices or things that we do. That's not what creates another universe. It has nothing to do with that.
Okay.
It has to do with matter. So there are multiple universes. They could have different different physics properties and that, but they're not. It's not based. I know a lot of people, when you think of multiverse, you think of Marvel and that, where different choices and that create a different reality. But that's not what they mean in science when they talk about the multiverse.
Interesting.
Do they know more about dark matter too? That seems to be something.
They still on the fence about dark matter. They're not 100% sure yet, but still kind of a hypothesis.
One of those guys in a box sounds like Kevin. Who is Kevin?
Oh, okay. Do I sound like Kevin? I know I have a deep voice for a girl, but I don't have an Adam's apple, I promise.
Ooh, that's a good song by Aerosmith.
Lady Nora. So, yeah. I don't like to talk too much about my beliefs because I like to keep them pure and untainted and intact.
Ooh, that was very poetic.
Yeah, I don't want anybody shattering my delusions.
Oh, I love it.
That's the truth. I mean, it's the honest truth.
People can shatter my delusions all they want.
A coin for that one.
I mean, because maybe I'm delusional. That's always possible. But I'm just going with that. It works out fine. But people make fun of my shit on here all the time. They make fun of tarot readings and they make fun of whatever. It's like, fine. I have a sense of humor about it.
I do tarot myself, but I always tell people, don't take this as fact. It's what I believe is being said, but it may not be fact. So I do kind of try to stay grounded with those things.
Well, I'm not a professional tarot reader.
I'm not either.
So you're saying
but when I do it, I do expect them to take it as fact because in my mind it is.
So
and I'm usually not wrong. My readings are usually not wrong. So until they are, they're fact.
Okay, so Nora says fact and Celtic says, but I'm not putting words in your mouth, I'm asking you. Are you saying it's like, you kind of say, like, take it with a grain of salt, it's a little bit for entertainment purposes, don't take it super seriously? Is that what you're saying?
Well, legally you're supposed to. But
I'm saying that I don't have proof that it is fact one way or the other. So I'm not going to dilute another person, but make another person believe that something is true when I don't have proof that it's true.
Right.
I can say, if you see something that rings true to you, then fine, go with it, take it as you will. This is just what I see. But I can't, there's no evidence to prove that it's true other than my own anecdotal evidence.
I can't prove it's true except for usually it's pretty accurate. And when it's not accurate, I'll be like, no one's ever said that, so. But if they did, I'd be like, oh, sucks to be you. Because I don't do it for everybody.
Oh, so you're saying you'll admit and keep it on tally?
I only do it for a select few, and the ones that I do it for, they do believe what I'm saying. Because I'm usually, I would say 100% of the time right.
I like that claim.
And I'm
100%.
specific. I'm not general. I'm very
Very
specific.
specific. To be a prophet. See, so in the Bible it says that only God knows the future, and the test of a true prophet to know if they're a true prophet of the Lord is the fact that they can never be wrong once, and if they're wrong, they should be put to. So that I like that you say you believe you're 100% right. You know.
I usually am, though, which is why I
know,
believe
I
that
like
what
that.
I'm doing is factual.
I'm glad.
But
you say
when
that.
I'm wrong,
Otherwise, it would be like
then
wrong of you to do it. You know what I
I
mean?
can
if you
say,
didn't.
well, I'm just full of crap. But I don't do it for everybody because I generally do them for myself and people I'm very close to. I did do one for Snurd. He doesn't have to comment on it. That's fine. I've done it for a couple people on here, but I don't like to do it for people that aren't sitting directly in front of me and that I haven't had a whole, ritual with. It's ritualistic when I do it.
Definitely. I believe it definitely has power. Literally.
I haven't been wrong yet. I just
You
haven't.
know me a little bit too, so I mean, it wasn't just like I give you my name and my
but I didn't know about your grandmother until I did that. So,
oh, I do scrying. I do tarot.
I like to do scrying now. I have to be in the right frame of mind for that, though.
What is that? I don't even know what that is yet. Is that what?
I use my pool, and I go out at night when the moon is full, and I scry.
There's different ways to scry depending on which scrying you're doing. I've never done the water scrying. I've always done pendulum scrying.
Yeah, I mean Nostradamus did it with like a brass bowl of water, but he's been proven to be wrong. So apparently,
Well,
I guess he's been proven to be wrong. I don't know. I haven't really looked up on that.
Hopefully, you guys will get a lot
I
out
don't
of
like
this.
to do it for everybody because most people can't handle the truth. And
You can't handle the truth.
You can't handle the truth about what I'm saying. Put some mandrake root in some water. Chillable. I'm kidding. I'm joking around now, but I don't like to say too much. I've already said more than I want to. I just wanted to talk about the worm plata and that I feel that Satan Psalms had to pee, and I think I've accomplished that goal.
You surely have.
I literally could not find a single result for worm plot online.
I don't think my my tarot readings come true every single time, or my scrying, but that's okay.
It could be coincidence, but mine.
See, and that's what I tell people.
And maybe it's the way I do it.
I don't think it's coincidence.
I ask a lot of questions.
I think you're really tapping into actual power.
No, I sit down and I actually ask a lot of questions, and I'm making a connection with the person, and we're having a conversation. And I usually say, wait, don't tell me, and then things will pop up, and they just flow through my mind, and I'm usually on target, and it's freaky and weird, and I don't necessarily understand it. And maybe I need psychological help, who knows?
With two people, give them fertility.
Explain?
Oh, you've done spell work?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm really careful about that. That's just everybody.
Magic has no color.
Way they do
magic
things,
does have power, but white and black magic.
Magic has no color.
No, it does.
No, it does not.
Nora?
You are not a witch.
No, magic
You don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, I do. The Bible says magic has power.
I don't care what the Bible says.
The Egyptians
you are not a witch. You have no right to tell me whether my magic has color or not.
I don't understand. You're arguing against your...
He didn't say it has color. He said it has power.
No, I thought you said it had color.
No, I'm sorry. Sorry, I have a stone in my neck, so it's kind of hard for me to enunciate my words. So that actually is my fault. No, power. I'm sorry. No, it has power. No, I was trying to agree.
Okay, so misunderstanding. Sorry.
No, I do believe it has power.
I was able to. I had my cousin wasn't able to get pregnant. I gave her a talisman, and within a couple months, she was pregnant. And then my best friend, one of my best friends, I did the same thing for him.
So that could be where your powers are. You probably have the power of maybe like healing. Like some people are just born with certain.
That's
Yeah,
funny you
most
said that.
most
I
of
was
my
gonna say
power
that.
has to do with healing.
Gift of healing. That would be the
Yeah.
spiritual gift. It would
Different
be for
people
us.
have
Holy
different.
Spirit.
Some people don't have any. Like it's like some people are like, I want to study to become. We'll use the word witch, and I'll be like, okay.
But I also work with the Morrigan too, so.
I'm like, you're either born with abilities or you're not. So yours probably is healing.
I work with the Morrigan, and she's the goddess of witchcraft, so. Fertility spells are neat.
No?
Yeah, I'm able to connect with people. That's where I'm able to really deeply connect with people.
Back there at 2 o'clock. I'm actually gonna move you to the scanner at 2 o'clock, and then when he goes to move him up here, move you back there.
Me too.
When he takes his break, I'm gonna between either 3 or 4 o'clock. I'll move you back up here. When he gets back, I'll move you back there. Back to the scanner.
Yo, bro sounded serious.
That one. Yeah. Okay. But not right now. I mean, so 2 o'clock right there. He's on the break at 3 or 4 o'clock. I'll move you back up here. When he gets back, I'll move you back there. Okay. Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah, it's just because, like I said, we have 4 people here today. I don't even know why they brought in a 4th person today. Yeah. So I'm just trying to make sure that I keep everybody gainfully employed. That's what I'm trying to do right now. Hopefully, how many guys do you normally have on 3rd shift? There's usually 3, ain't it? Normally 3, yeah. I don't know why they brought a 4th person in today. I don't know either. They're bizarre. They're strange. Yeah. I don't know why they do the things they do. Honestly, I don't. It doesn't make any damn sense sometimes, man. But if you need anything, though, I'm on the radio. I'm going out there and making another patrol. Okay, cool.
I like that guy's voice. I like his voice. I like a nice, deep voice.
Yo, let's go ahead and not talk about my job.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, that was literally all we were talking about.
I was just complimenting his voice. That's all. Nice voice. Anyways, sorry. I sometimes am very inappropriate.
Yeah, I'm kind of an empath, so.
I have no filter.
I used to have a really bad mouth. Really. Oof.
Not the Thetans. Absolutely not. This is not Scientology.
I gotta admit, I do love a good psychological hex.
Who said that? I stay away from hexes.
The Bible says a godless man curses and himself becomes cursed. I'm sorry, I had to tell you.
I mean, I just tell people that I cursed them. And then I'll do like a little chant.
I do protection spells. I let the universe deal with it.
I do hexes a lot when people try to pray for me against my will.
Oh, I don't mind.
Guys, I got my puppy. My puppy's still barking and she's crying.
As long as their intentions are good.
Wait.
When they're honestly praying for me because like I'm sick or whatever, but for somebody to like come into my lives and say they're gonna pray for me just because I'm a pagan,
they're actually not supposed to do that.
That's baneful magic.
Well, they're actually they're using it spitefully.
Take kindly to it, and
well, that's biblical. Matthew 6:5 says to pray in secret.
So
not like
if they do it and I ask them to stop and they continue,
they're just being trolls.
Then I will hex them.
Look at my puppy.
Oh, I love puppies. How cute. Yeah, I don't mind if someone prays for me. I don't feel like it does much, but it's like positive energy coming my way. I'm good with that.
Yep, we're supposed to pray for those even who persecute us.
I don't mind it. I do recommend that when they pray to not mess with my will, though, because I do have a protection spell on me, and
But when someone's trying to pray for me because they think I'm following the devil or whatever, then or they want me to become part of their religion, then no, I don't. That's painful.
Yeah, that's wrong to pray for someone to make you lose your own free will. I never do that. Like, what I would do, I would just pray that the Lord gives you a Damascus-like experience and remove the scales from your eyes. I I can't do anything. You know what I mean? That's what I would pray for if I was trying to like help somebody silently. I wouldn't tell them to their face because you're also not supposed to do that. If you really believe in prayer, you don't have to tell them. You just have to tell
Well,
God.
it didn't. I've had a lot of people do that, and it didn't work. So
Well, the
You know
reason,
what? I'm okay with
you know
people
the
praying
reason,
for me.
the reason why it wouldn't work is since
your dog is cute.
I know that she is. Oh, did you hear? But the reason why it wouldn't work is because you're not a believer in that, and so like that's why it wouldn't work.
I could be swayed. It's just I don't have any.
Oops. Oh, I just kicked her. I'm so sorry. Did you guys see that? I'm sorry.
Look at his nose. I could be swayed, but I don't believe it because I've already read the Bible and it doesn't make sense. And I am a literal person. I do take things literal, but I don't want to get into a conversation about that.
That's okay.
We'll stop that one right there. I'm just going to shut that down.
I'm perfectly fine
little
with
bit
people
at a
praying
time.
for me because it makes the demons inside tingle.
Little
And it
bit
feels
at a time.
nice.
I
I
do
believe it.
that.
I don't even have to use what I bought from Adam and
Well,
Eve.
look, you know, like I've been going to AA for 20 years. I got 20 years sober coming in March, right? And I've seen a
Wow,
lot
that's
of
awesome.
people, but I'm not into that. And I'm totally comfortable with that and unapologetically. I'm unapologetic about it. I don't feel bad about it whatsoever. But I keep it to myself usually because people get on my nerves with it, and I just want it to be untainted, and I want to just enjoy it. And people putting their 2 cents in just kind of ruins it a little bit. It puts a bad taste in my mouth. But I try not to step on other people's toes, you know, like if they have their beliefs. Like my best friend is a devout Christian, and I'm good with that. And I don't ever try to say anything to make her have any self-doubt or, you know, that brings her peace, and I'm happy for her.
Yeah, I know. People who like try to remove faith from somebody, I don't know, and that's real. Like what, especially when if you're their friend, you know what I mean, and they told you this is how it helped me, like, and then you're like, you know what, actually everything you've ever believed is a lie, and you should go back to X, Y, Z. Like that's just being a spiteful person. So I agree with you.
Yeah, well, like my son, my 32-year-old, he's Christian, and my daughter's Christian. My other son is an atheist. So just my mom is Lutheran, my dad is Baptist. I just don't. My sister is an atheist. Like I just don't care.
That
But
was
I
a
don't.
real split.
I'm happy for them. Like I think that's awesome. It makes them
I'm
happy.
cool with anybody's beliefs as long as they don't try to push it on me.
Exactly, that's how I feel. It's just about I have a problem with people who don't respect my boundaries.
Don't try to push on me. Don't try to make it into law, and don't try to make it put in politics.
Right. That dog has the cutest nose ever.
It's a panda she's a panda German Shepherd, so it's a purebred German Shepherd, but like a new mutation that happened about 20 years ago.
He looks a little bit, like a German Shepherd.
Oh, she's a girl.
He almost looks a little bit like a Greyhound, too, like his nose.
She's
He's
a girl.
so cute.
She's a girl. I don't want her
she's
to
a
be
girl. She's
offended,
cute.
Yeah.
Hey, Wings.
You must be a good person if you have an animal and you treat your animal good, so that's how I feel.
Thanks.
I love animals.
Oh, yes.
I hope when I get allergy shots that I don't go into deep anaphylaxis. So if you want to pray for me on that, I'll go with it.
Okay, everybody. The time has come.
Do you have to pee again?
On the wind.
To go
Do you
to
have to pee again?
No, to leave. To end the live.
No, I'm just gonna shut it down for right now because I don't know why, but I feel very nauseous.
Oh no.
And I feel like I might vom. It's probably the lack of sleep. And
are you feeling my energy? Because I have been vomiting the past few days. That's so weird.
Ugh, that's the worst.
Are you psychic?
Oh my god. I mean, I did. Yeah. Okay, so I'm not going to get into it right now, but I did predict my cousin's pregnancy with twins. That was going to be a bad pregnancy, and she gave birth at 3 months. So, but I'm not going to get into that right now. That's a story for a different time. But
wait, we can't end on that. All right, hold on. We got to think. Oh, puppy, guys. Puppy, everybody. Come on, Tasha.
All right, everybody take it easy. Bye.
All right,
y'all have a good night.
All right, I love and adore you, and I'm glad you got to pee before we ended this conversation. Okay?
Yes.
I adore you too, Nora.
Okay. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Thanks for being kind and respectful, everyone. Wow, what a coincidence. The first episode ended right at the beginning of Devil's Hour, but there is no such thing as Devil's Hour because every minute, every second, every single moment, Christ is Lord, Christ is King, and every single knee shall bow and every single tongue shall confess one day. So why not make that day today? Thank you to everyone who's been watching my live streams on TikTok, especially Ethan, my right-hand man, my #1 moderator / admin on the live stream. And special thanks to every single other person who spent a ton of time on my stream, listening and asking me questions. Iron sharpens iron. I'm learning so much from all of you, and I appreciate you listening to me and my testimony.